have a new little machine that I'd like to introduce. I don't know if you guys, any of you watch Survivor? So we have a little treasures under here. First of all, this is my mother-in-law's pillowcase that I borrowed from her. Can any of you guess what country she's from?
Wouldn't know.
Wouldn't know? There's a prize for the first person who can guess.
Can you give us a clue?
China, no? Yours?
Zambia.
Zambia, a little close. Okay, no one got this. The prize is a pen, a Tilly's pen.
I was the
I'll have to
closest,
keep
so
it.
I'm sure it counts.
Alright, so this is our latest little machine that we've got from Tilly's. We really are serious about quality. We all our springs from now on are going to be tested. Every batch that arrives, we're going to be testing these springs. Now these springs fit in there. Steering clutch are really important that they are the correct tension. Okay, every one of these springs, if they're not the correct tension, will cause a slippage in this clutch, and you'll have premature failure. You certainly don't want that. So we're going to be testing our batches of our steering clutch springs and many other different springs. I'll give you a quick, brief explanation of how it works. Our little machine here. Caterpillar have a spec. When you compress that down with this machine to 79.38 millimeters, okay, I'll just turn it on. So I have already preset this to the right. Okay, so I'll put that on there. Alright, so there's a little vernier here, which is the spring gets compressed. This particular one, it tells me it's 76.38, which I will do, if I can see it. Okay. Right, so we're about there, and we've got 100, if you look down there, there's a reading that says 168 foot-pound. Okay, so Caterpillar will give us a spec to say that on this particular spring, compressed at 79, you all saw me compress that at 79, or best as I could, going backwards, at 79 mils, that the spec should be 161.5 to 178.5. What did it say there?
168.
Ah, somebody's listening. 168. So that means that's within spec. So that spring is good for Tilly's. Okay. Some of them have a little inner spring as well, and we will test that as well. Both of them. We will be doing the same for all our engine springs that come in. You guys who receive the parts, we're building up a list. We will be building up a list of which ones to check, etc. Okay, moving forward. Yeah, are there any questions on that?
Hey Peter, when you say
Where are you?
you're going to test a batch, you get one out of each bag or one out of a shipment?
So what we've found so far, if one is within spec, I've done quite a few tests already. If one is within spec, that whole batch is within spec. It's quite amazing, exactly. So they're from the same factory, they're the same spec. So yes, good question.
Hey, what tolerance do you use for that spring? Like you're saying it's got to be this. Is there a tolerance plus or minus?
Yeah, that's a good question. So everything we work on is within the Caterpillar workshop specifications. It might be in a workshop manual. Most of the stuff these days is electronic. That particular spring, the test, so the compression is, on this particular one, is 79.38. Okay, so you compress that at exactly that. Okay. There's a tolerance between 161 foot-pound, or pounds rather, to 178. So it's quite a big tolerance. Right, so wasn't very good at school. So you certainly don't want it to be under that. If your springs are weak, it's the same as if they're worn. We've had the steering clutch packets arrive. They all got hot. Customers' discs are worn out, springs are worn out, and they're just below spec by sort of 20 pounds. Now, if you look at a spring, it looks okay. And you can go like this with your fingers. It feels okay. But only with that sort of technology can we really know what's going on. Did that answer your question? Yes. Anyone else? So my mother-in-law is from South Africa. I did say that, did I? She's got no pillowcase tonight. So.
I'm from South Africa. I want the pen, please.
Didn't I didn't hear you?
Oh, sorry, I'm on the deaf side.
No, no. Deaf side, this side. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.